What's up, fellow collectors? Welcome back to the M.I.B. Master Toy Museum. I'll be a curator today. Guys, we got a good one for you. A good hot topic of discussion. I've been seeing a lot of, questions in some of the toy groups I've been in about the Atlas figures. Will we see more Atlas figures from Mego in the near future, or any time, or at any point? Will it happen? Why hasn't it happened? The tariffs, the popularity, the notoriety of the figures. Are they even popular enough to want figures made of them? There's a lot of questions. We got the coffee on, guys, and we think we have some of the answers, or possibly some of the answers to some of your questions. And hopefully you guys can help out and give us some answers to some of these questions. Because what started out as a really cool idea by Mego, getting with an Atlas Seaboard to make figures of some of Atlas's superheroes, or the more popular ones, seemed like a great idea. It seemed like it was going to really take off, and it was really going to climb new heights and get everybody excited about the Atlas comic books and the Atlas action figures, superheroes, because Atlas had a lot of great superheroes. They didn't stick around that long. I think they started in 1975. They had a lot of really cool superheroes, really cool titles. The two favorite ones that I have here are the Grim Ghost and Phoenix. These are two of my favorite Atlas comics superheroes. So I have these two on the stage today. Because I think you could do a lot with these two figures. And you can build off of these two figures. And and as far as the toys, let's move away from the comic books themselves. But let's focus in on the Mego productions of these figures, the Phoenix and the Grim Ghost. I think the problem, the initial problem, these were Walmart exclusives, which made it very difficult for people to get their hands on these figures. I myself almost missed out on these figures. I lost track of the launch date, and because I had so many other things happening, and that happens. But I was able to place my order and get all four. There was four. But a lot of people weren't able to do that. A lot of people missed out on these figures. Some people are blaming the fact that Mego didn't make enough. I'm not sure how true that is. And some people say, well, they weren't very popular to begin with because people simply didn't know about Atlas Comics, back in their heyday, back in 1975. So a lot of people didn't know about Atlas Comics. And that kind of hurt the fact that Mego was bringing out these Atlas Comics superheroes. Well, my pushback to that theory is the fact that I think Mego did a fantastic job at getting Atlas, making these Atlas comics superheroes. They're different. They're above the norm. So we had more superheroes like Batman, Robin, Green Arrow. We know about those superheroes. We had more of those guys already. These are the figures that we didn't know quite. A lot of people didn't quite know about, but they were different. And I thought that these figures, the Phoenix and the Grim Ghost, being different and looking cooler, would garner more attention and fanfare from toy collectors and Mego enthusiasts, and especially Atlas Comics collectors. So I thought that Mego did a fantastic job in giving us something different, something new, something refreshing, something different. So my hat's off to Mego in that regard, because you gave us something that people hadn't seen, a lot of people didn't know about. And I know, like I said, people are going to say, well, no one asked for Atlas Comics action figures or superheroes. Nobody asked for that. Give us what we want. Well, once again, my pushback is that Mego has really been giving you what you want. Now we have Marvel action figures. We have vintage, and we have some new ones kind of sprinkled in there. But we knew about those figures. These are the figures I would like to see Mego build on and add. Now, until we have official word, from people at Mego talking about the tariffs or anything that's hurting their production, it's coming from out of the country, we only can speculate. And that's really all we can do, is speculate on what's happening in regards to that. We haven't seen many action figures from Mego coming out outside of the Marvel Disney connection or relationship. These are the figures that I would love to see more of. So I'm thinking, get more. Oh my goodness, get more. So I have some ideas for some more figures. Now I'm sitting here just thinking about it. Let's see. The Destructor. That would be a really cool Mego figure. And I think Mego could easily pull that off. The Destructor. Born of fury, sworn to vengeance, he is the Destructor. We got another one for you. Wait, hold on. This is one I would love to see Mego make. The Planet of Vampires. And everything about this guy would be really cool. The Planet of Vampires. That'd be a cool one. Well, I got some more here. The problem is I gotta get them up here and get them right. I'm trying to balance all these. So what I'll do is I'm gonna sit them up here and I'll just randomly pull them down. Here we go. Morlock, 2001. And there's Morlock right here. Outfit could be easily pulled off. And I think Mego could definitely make that happen, because that's an easy outfit to make. We're talking about Mego, guys. The Cougar. What are some of your favorites, guys? Now, here is one that would be Fantastic. Iron Jaw. Got that Conan type feel to it, but I think the selling point would be the Iron Jaw. Here's another one. The Tarantula. The Tarantula. We've seen this already. I think, we have that fly figure from Mego. You're just talking about some different sculpting on that, maybe. And you pretty much have the tarantula. And I think, guys, if Mego could do this, you would get interest back up for collecting these Mego figures. New, fresh figures, a new lineup of Atlas comic figures, superheroes, that would get people excited about this toy line. I'm not sure. I'm sure Mego would have to work something out with Atlas Comics, but I think Atlas Comics would be cool with that because they go hand in hand. And naturally, you'd have the same type packaging where you would get the comic book, the first issue of the comic, like the first issue of Iron Jaw. But let's look at this. Wolf, the Barbarian. There's a picture of Wolf. I mean, once again, guys, it's all about what you want, what the people want, what the collectors are asking about the Atlas figures. And for the people that missed out on that first 4-figure wave, they could get right back in the game with some new figures by collecting and adding new figures to their collection. I know a lot of people, some people are going to say they're completists. I want everything. I want all the lines. But, sometimes, guys, that's just impossible. I don't have everything. And that's fine. But for people that just want the Atlas Comics label with the figure, why not? Got a couple more here. Lomax, the Manhunter. Luke Malone, the Manhunter. Easy figure. The easy figure to definitely, for Mego to definitely pull off and make and add to the collection. I would like to see a lot of these made, guys. And I'm just giving you some ideas here. Here's another easy one. The Scorpion. Another easy figure for Mego to pull off. I think they can make that. It's got the double 2 guns holster there. I just think some of these figures will look so cool. But that's me talking, guys. That's my excitement. That's my enthusiasm as I sit here and drinking my coffee and just thinking about this, all of the possibilities that Mego could do with Atlas Comics superheroes, their lineup of superheroes. They had, as you can see, for a comic book company that didn't last very long in the 1970s, they came out with a lot of titles, and there's more, and this is just a fraction of what I have in my collection. I've been adding, and I was blessed by a good buddy of mine, a guy named Max, to give me a few that I didn't have, and they were all first issues. So Max, I appreciate that. But what are your thoughts, guys? Would you like to see any of these titles turned into characters turned into Mego figures? That's the question. That's the question. That's where we're trying to go and figure out. I would. I think Mego can do it. I don't know, guys. Like I said, we only can speculate on why Mego hasn't put out any new figures as of late. The wave is it wave 19? I mean, we haven't seen that. I haven't gotten any information on it. If I get information on it, guys, believe me, I will share it with you. But at this point, guys, we can't speculate on that. But what we can do is come up with some ideas of what we would like to see, what we would like Mego to make, what we would like to see Mego produce and put out. I think the Atlas Comics characters are worth building on and adding more of these characters to the fore that we were fortunate enough to get. Your thoughts, guys, your opinions. Do you have any of these Atlas comics in your collection? And maybe that's another thing, guys. We can start educating people on Atlas comics. For the people that didn't know they existed. That's another thing. Somebody said that Atlas comics were coming back out and they were going to start printing new comic books, new characters, maybe old characters. Like the Phoenix, the Grim Ghost. But they go hand in hand. We can't lose, guys. Your thoughts, though. This just was me just brainstorming, trying to figure out, is it worth it for Mego to make new Atlas Comics figures? My answer is yes. What is your answer? Is it yes? Is it no? Is it possibly? We want to hear all that in the comment section, guys, right underneath this video. Your thoughts, your opinions. Let's continue the conversation in the comment section underneath this video. Guys, I'm going to grab me another cup of coffee. It's early down here in the museum on a Saturday. So, you know the routine. God bless. Stay safe. And by all means, keep collecting.